Alright, everybody. This is Light and Living, Truth and Oneness. What we're going to talk about today is the H&M campaign that had a young black woman,
It's a girl.
young black girl, with her natural hair and the uproar that came along with that.
Well, I guess okay. So I don't really pay attention to the news or anything like that, or I just I see YouTube videos every once in a while. People are talking about this was like not recent. I think it was like a few weeks ago. But I mainly want to just comment on the one weird video that I watched about it, which I think was Lucid Living TV. Her video where she discusses it mainly because her video pretty much touches on some very important points in this world of where humanity is and our way of thinking is. Like, basically, what she said is like, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop acting like that someone is doing something to you. You're doing it to yourself. Get over it. Be happy with who you are, and like, stop trying to be someone you're not. In a roundabout way, those are the things she said. But I did want to talk about the topic of the video, yeah, about the ad, and people apparently there's an uproar. But there's a lot of people that liked the picture too, and but the thing is, like, the whole, I guess it's good that people are having discussions about things that are pretty like apparently like
Controversial.
controversial, which it really shouldn't be because it was just like a person in their normal state. So it's like, why you wonder, like, why is this causing anyone to say anything, right? But when you look at our obviously the history of this country, I guess, or just people, certain people in this world or whatever, then you kind of see why. Duh, right? Okay, but it is interesting to, and I think it's interesting to point out that people need to, first of all, stop pointing the finger at other people.
Yeah.
um, Okay, that's one thing she brought up in the video is that most of the people that were even making, even the, especially negative comments, were brown people themselves, like attacking like someone who's also like, so it was like, which kind of pointed out, or at least according to her, I didn't do the research or anything, so I don't really know, but I have seen this a lot growing up. It's like I always see that when it really comes down to it, people do things to themselves. They keep each other kind of from growing, like within like certain groups of
Crab
people. The
mentality.
crab mentality, yeah, right. Um, I don't know. Do you want to make any comments?
Yeah, so as you're saying, the people have the crab mentality, which is what that is. If people don't know, is anytime a crab tries to climb out of the barrel, there's another crab that pulls it right back down. So it's like if anyone tries to like do something, there's always your
Or
peer
speak
groups
out
or
about
speak out. Someone's
something,
there to pull you right back. They don't
or
want you.
just be yourself, or
Yeah,
just do
or
what
be
you want to
yourself.
do.
Yeah,
Think differently or outside the box, quote unquote,
yeah,
right?
exactly. And the thing is, like, uh, there's many levels behind the ad and the campaign itself, but I will touch on a couple of them really briefly. One, they put a young girl on there to advertise.
Well, it was because it was like a lot of different kids. They
Yeah,
had just come back from playing or whatever, and
yeah, it's kids and whatnot. But the thing is, um, I don't know if they knew it was gonna cause an uproar, but it did give them a lot of publicity. But also, it's like in the fact that it's like it shows this young girl with her hair not quote unquote tidy is what people thought. But I thought it looked just fine because it's like that. It's people's hair. It's like it doesn't always have to be brushed, especially when it's in society. Like they make this big idea, like you have to look a certain way. Your hair has to be brushed, no matter what your skin tone or anything is, or hair texture. They always think your hair needs to be done. But it's like,
you're speaking from the other end of the
yeah,
spectrum.
it's just silly. It's like, who cares? For one, and two, it's like, why is everyone so worried about what someone else is doing? It's like, don't worry about it. And like, if you have something negative to say, it's like you probably should like question why you have a negative comment at all in the first place. Like that's festering inside of you. It's like, what is making you so angry about someone or something that you're looking at or
Well, people could
experiencing?
say like it's the self-hatred thing, right? Like, cause you don't like, or you, cause like me growing up, I never straightened my hair or anything, but and most of the girls in my mother didn't either. But for somehow, but we never really talked about anything. But still, when I became an adult, maybe it was just because, like, I don't know, somehow that idea of what the ideal hair should look like somehow got into my brain. So it's like, in which I didn't really follow. I like realized that early enough and was like, wait a minute, why do I even like think this way? This is like weird. And that could go like to a lot of different levels. That could be from your own, like, I don't know, because I have family, more distant family members. I heard like him having a conversation. They talk about, ooh, the good hair and like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, what do you mean good hair? Like, how is like those kind of things? Or I guess they're always very interesting to me. I don't know, where was I going with this comment?
It's the thing is, like, comes back to the point where it's like, none of this stuff really matters. And you're talking about, we were touching on like self hatred and whatnot.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So it gets into you somehow. I don't think that some people even know how it gets there because I don't even know like how I came up with that or like realized at some point like it might even cross my mind. Maybe I should like straighten my hair and do something different with it. But I think, like I said, I quickly evaluated where is this coming from and why do I even think this way, and then just moved on from there. But it's interesting that we didn't even grow up with that in our family. I don't know if it would have been different if our mother was more like, oh, I really love my hair texture or whatever. Then maybe I would have been more like, oh, I really like my hair. Never had that issue. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just interesting how that gets into people's heads in the first place. And it's like perpetuated for the people around you. And I guess friends you hang out with and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing, but
Yeah, it's not, strictly, brown people or whatever like that have these things going on. It's like, even growing up for myself, it's like I saw this stuff all the time. Even being a guy, it's like you see that a lot. It's like if you didn't have your haircut done, whatnot, or had a certain hairstyle, people would talk about it, and you're like, why does my hair matter or bother you so much? Like, I'm okay with it, but why aren't you? It's like, why? What's the issue going on? It's like the thing is like a lot of people just need to let all this stuff go. It's like a lot of just irritation and hate towards, and it's like all these social constructions that you're trying to stop other people from being free, trying to be who they want to be. You're like trying to box them in because you feel boxed in, but it's like let them be free, be around them, bask in it, and you might be able to start setting yourself free as well. It's like don't let these things bother you so much. Just enjoy differences, enjoy people being who they are, enjoying people just experiencing life and checking different things out. It's like you don't all have to be the same. We're not like
we
little
don't.
cardboard cutouts.
People don't all have to jump when they see an ad like that. You don't have to all jump in the bandwagon and make a comment about it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's still like probably the most hilarious thing too. And I think Lucid Living, like she brings that up in her video that like they play. I mean, like when there's certain like not clickbait, but like bait and switch sort of ads that come out there because they know it's going to trigger people to do certain things. Kind of like the whole racism thing following like the presidential election. That's like the big thing in the elections this year. Is like racism is like a big topic, or immigration, not immigration. Yeah, immigration is not a big topic. But yeah, it's like they put certain things out to get reactions out of you because they know that you're gonna react to it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you're that readable and programmable. But no, yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just a very interesting like thing. But I think what you said the best, I think, is that like literally just what's the big deal, and why don't we just like all be who we want to be and leave it at that?
Yeah.
Why do you have to make a comment about what someone else is doing with their hair or their body or whatever, or makeup they're wearing or not wearing or clothes they're wearing? Like, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know it makes a difference to some people, but I mean, I guess I don't know. But why does it have to, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why can't everybody just hang out together and be who they want to be? It's like, people don't like fake people, but society and the constructs, they make fake people. So you're just surrounded by them if you buy into any of this stuff. So I kind of just let it go. Just be who you want to be. If you want to have, whatever, you want to do whatever, you want to dress however, you want to do
You're gonna
Just
wear your hair however you
yeah,
want to wear it,
just be you.
regardless of the texture. Because I guess our original topic of the video is based off the ads. I think we
Yeah,
had to bring it back to hair texture a little bit, but it's like, yeah, regardless of what your hair texture is or what your hair looks in whatever state it is, like if I feel like no one really has any like I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe
yeah,
it's because I'm an Aquarius, especially. Well, you feel that way too, though.
yeah,
It's like I've never seen the purpose really of like making some kind of judgment on like how
yeah.
someone else wants to wear their hair or whatever. It's
Yeah.
interesting though.
Because when you do, it's like you're not only, even if they can't hear you, you put that energy out there. If anyone else can hear you, it pulls them down. It pulls you down. If they could hear you, it pulls them down too. It's like, why does everyone have to keep pulling each other down? Like you, instead of saying something negative, just say something positive. Boost everyone up. And it's like it's like it'll raise everyone, and eventually all these different constructs start to get broken because you push through the ceiling and you no longer think about them because it's like it's just
They
people
don't even
being
exist
people.
anymore.
Yeah. But I think that one about wraps that up. Anything you'd like to
I
add?
think that is about it.
All right, everyone.